What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Gaming Channel. My name's AJ Gels. How y'all doing? We are back with Vampyr. If things go right this video, this should be the last Vampyr video we do. I'm going after what's her name? I thought I opened that on my last trip through the sewers. Oh well. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm really tired right now. Words. I fight insomnia a lot, so and kind of like after a bout of that, it kind of throws my sleep cycle off because I kind of just start going until I pass out. So now, you know, like now I've gotten into like sleeping during the days and being awake all night. So, you know, it's like 6 in the morning right now. I hate the fact that, you know, like I don't put up videos during the day when I get like this. So I thought, you know what, we'll finish up this series, and then I'm gonna go to sleep, hopefully. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. How y'all doing? Okay, well, there wasn't nowhere to go in here. Is there a... Right, isn't this where I fought Fergal? Wasn't that his name? Or am I thinking that oh god, what band was she with? Was she with the Black Eyed Peas? Fergie? I don't know popular music. Are the Red Eyed Peas are the me sideways. Are the Black Eyed Peas still considered popular music? This is what yeah, I listen, most of what I listen to is classic rock. I listen to a lot of punk rock from the 80s and 90s. Yeah,
this place has been ransacked.
I don't listen to a lot of modern stuff. Or the modern stuff I do listen to isn't, I don't know. I don't really think I know anything by the Black Eyed Peas. I was about to say Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I know a little bit of their music, but still, even then, very little. Maybe we should follow the giant blood grossness.
Where has Harriet gone? She must have left a trail I could follow.
Maybe it's all that blood grossness.
They've all been slaughtered. Pre-one? No, not their style.
I feel like I had something I wanted to bring up. I can't remember what it is now. Oh, well, must not have been important. Don't you hate it, though, when you get that kind of... like, you know you have something on your mind, you just can't remember what it is? Oh, cool, it's the weird demon guy. What do you want, dude? And who the hell are you?
Step further, child, for you are unprepared.
You, at last. I wondered when you would show your face again. Step away. We have nothing to discuss.
Desist, child. You cannot confront the monstrosity unleashed upon this land without due preparation. I shall not allow it.
All right. But no more riddles. Enough of the obscure songs and prophecies. I ask questions, and you answer them.
My words have been as clear as crystal lakes, my child. You seem unwilling to drink, to listen, to learn.
Stop speaking in metaphors, you jackass.
Why did you choose me?
Only you could provide a modern, scientific answer to this ancient, mystical threat.
What kind of modern answer?
Disease, contagion, and contamination. How they course through veins is your dominion, my child. Your choices have made you. Only you can save this land.
Speak to me of this ancient threat.
The blood of hate. Vessel of the wrath of the goddess. When she awakens, a disaster will be born into this world, for she is hunger and anger.
What is your true appearance?
I do not understand. This is who I am.
Blood? You are made of blood. Surely you are joking.
Why would I? And no, I'm not made of blood. I am blood. Blood is what I am since my birth and for eternity.
But who are you really? Tell me your name.
I am your maker. I am the servant of the Red Goddess and protector of this land. I have many names.
Just give me one, then.
There are those who call me Merdin Wild, the Wild Horned Man. But I never was a man. I was born out of blood.
Okay, I don't know if that was supposed to mean anything. I thought we were the William Marshall dudes, progeny, but I guess I'm wrong.
I'm here to stop Harriet Jones. She is the original carrier. The well from which this corruption flows.
I have heard you, but be wary. Harriet Jones's mind is no more. She has metamorphosed into an apocalypse. Born from, drenched in, and driven by the blood of hate.
What is the blood of hate?
It is the curse of the goddess. It is the hunger in you, the need for blood, the will to strike and to punish, to spit in the eye of God.
Tell me about this disaster, creature. I know London fell victim to such a thing in 1666.
A disaster is pure anger born through blood. Its name means bad star, for they only appear when our queen unleashes her unquenchable wrath upon the world.
Wait a minute, if you serve the queen, so she's releasing her wrath on the world, and then you're making me to stop it? That doesn't make sense to me.
So the disaster is some sort of accident. A disease vampires carry dormant in their blood, waiting to emerge.
That's your modern answer. But a disaster is at the same time both less and more.
Tell me what it is then, in your own words.
A disaster is the pure will of our queen. Whenever she dreams of walking this earth, she awakes in this putrid vessel.
And who is this queen?
She is the Red Goddess, the Queen of Blood. In my youth, 100 lifetimes ago, she was worshipped as the Morrigan. She is my mother. She is yours, too.
The Morrigan? The Celtic goddess of war? Is this a ruse of some kind?
She has been worshipped in many forms throughout the ages. The true nature of the Red Queen is beyond your comprehension, eluding even mine. But know this. She is a vengeful mother.
Okay.
I only wish to know how to put an end to this epidemic.
To perform an act so noble, you must protect yourself from its poisonous kiss, my child.
I know. McCullum used such a serum when trying to kill me. However, I have produced a more efficacious version of the antidote.
Your final task awaits you at the end of these tunnels. I've known for ages you were worthy of this challenge. My champion, Bittersweet.
Will it be over then? Once I've defeated this creature?
Yes. The threat will dissipate like so much smoke. For you will have purified its source.
And then what? What will become of me?
How would I know? I am no god, and your fate is in your own hands. For you are our champion.
Didn't we ask him to not speak in riddles?
What will happen thereafter? What future awaits me beyond these dark tunnels?
Your fate, my child, and the fate of this land. A disaster is about to enter this world to smite us all and teach us humility. You are our final hope.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
You tricked me. My sister died for your schemes. I have brought suffering and tragedy into this world. I am not, nor will I ever be your champion.
Very soon you...
That would have made more sense before those questions.
Sometimes necessary. I understand the grudge a child bears towards his father and mother. Be brave, my child.
Wait a minute, so why'd he stop me if... I'm kind of confused here. So he stops me and says, you're not ready, and we just, don't worry, I have the antidote. Oh, well then, be on your way. It's just like so much of what happens in this game.
These poor skulls didn't stand it.
And I said this last video. Go back, I ranted on this for a good like 15, 20 minutes. It feels like so much of this game is here to be poetic and to be almost narrative cliches that it honestly doesn't make it either. The narrative becomes clunky. It doesn't make sense. Just from previous scenes involving characters to the scene that we just see, this is weird.
I'm sick. So sick. Doctor, help me, please. I'm in such pain.
I'll be glad to be of assistance.
Ah, like your help, Doris. Liars, all of you.
Gross.
My poor baby. I've been such a bad mother. But the Queen herself forgave me.
You have a boob hanging
Gave me
out.
another chance.
Just saying.
You must stop all of this. I can't let you infect anyone else.
How dare you interfere with the Red Queen's plans, Doctor? How can you stop the course of nature?
Once again, somebody explain to me if that guy, if the horned guy is the Red Queen, like the Red Queen's servant. Seriously, if he's the Red Queen, you know, if he's like the Red Queen's servant, why is it that we're trying to stop the will of the Red Queen in the form of Harry Jones? I do not understand that. Apparently you weren't, because I believe your daughter hated you. I was about to say, I don't know, I'm not a doctor, but, well, I guess actually Jonathan is a doctor. Jesus! I'm going down.
They took my daughter from me!
I get it. You're crazy. And you're mad at the world. I can't say I don't identify with you a little bit. Granted, I don't have the whole, like, world dominate, or, well, I guess it's not world domination plans, but... Come on. There we go, I needed the blood. God. You can't get too greedy. I get in there, I'm only taking 1 or 2 swipes. Yeah, because she's gonna do that. Yeah, you're not. It also doesn't help that that move also hits me on the rebound. I swear I didn't get hit. Alright. Come on. Oh, balls! Alright. And not a lot of damage, but still damage nonetheless. Alright, time to start messing with her stamina. Ah, balls. I mean, God, that arm is annoying enough. Dealing with the poison just... Dealing with that poison is just a completely other issue. Fuck. I'm not thinking. I'm getting a little too confident. Damn it! Oh, come on! She finished her action. That's bull that I got hit with that one. Get the stamina back. Did I get hit? Fuck, I got hit. Alright, yeah, I got hit, but okay. It's stopped. Alright. Right now, focus on healing. There we go. Come on. Alright, well, if there's one thing that'll wake you up is a boss fight like this. Also doesn't help that, as always, I'm extremely underleveled. And my hands are sweating. Ah, crud. Okay, that was too easy. There it is.
This anger I feel, is it wrath? I think it is. Oh, how infinitely, how intensely, how irredeemably are you all going to suffer now?
Alright, wish I had a... Okay. Let the stamina come back to me. Oh, God! Oh, I'm so used to... I'm so used to, I'm trying to think here. I'm so used to getting on the inside. Oh shit! I'm so used to getting on the inside and using my I can't think what to call it. I'm so used to getting on the inside and then using my and using my... Oh, God, why can't I think what to call it? Oh, out of bullets. My stake to do stun damage. Oh, shit.
Blood, feed me, give me their lives.
God damn. God damn, it's really hard to tell that move's coming at me.
Such guilt.
It's really hard to tell that
War. They are so young, so tasty.
so hard to tell when her blood spear's coming at me. Because I can't. It's really hard to tell where she is and where the environment is. Okay. Come on. Stay focused.
Blood, feed me, give me their lives.
blood. Oh, crap. I didn't want to use one of my healing.
I will reap the land. Your
Oh, great. She's got weapons now.
spread the crop.
Oh, come on.
Blood, feed me. Give me their lives.
Okay.
Give me more. They are so young, so tasty.
Come on, come on. Build up the stamina. Build up the stamina. Oh god, I'm out of stamina. Oh, run away!
Feed your mother, child.
Oh my god, my hands are sweating. Oh, no, stamina. Oh, I'm holding my breath.
They are so young, so tasty.
Come on, come on. Woo!
Do you think your champion particular, my child?
No one could ever defeat you, mother of us all, for you are our every root and leaf.
You've always been my most amusing son.
Then go back to sleep, my queen, and smile at us from your dreams.
Did they feel my wrath? Have they suffered enough?
More than ever, mother of us all.
Until the next time.
Until the next time.
Oh, okay, I get it. That they're followers of her, but oh, okay. So that's how this ends. Just, nah.
So it's over then, young Ekon. You have put an end to this terrible menace.
Old Bridget, what are you doing here?
This is my realm, Ekon. This is Suaskal territory.
But they were all massacred by the monstrosity that Harriet became.
Others will come, engendered by deceitful vampires. I don't mean you, of course.
I thought you'd been slaughtered, with all the other Suascals.
I was up above, in search of help when Harriet suddenly turned into that thing. I have no idea what it was.
It's over now. London is no longer shrouded in the disaster's shadow. We're all safe.
Yes, you prevailed in the end. I hope you'll forgive me for the way I treated you when first you presented yourself at our gate.
No need to apologize, really.
Perhaps there will be no stories told or songs sung of what happened here today. But I'll know the truth. Jonathan Reed, newborn vampire, stepped forward and saved us all.
I'm honored to be part of this city's legend. Thank you, old Bridget. May I ask you just one question?
How could I refuse you anything now? I'll answer just as I answered Lady Ashbury when we met a few nights ago.
Who are you? Really?
I was born with the name Bridget Eleanor Wellington. In 1738, my beloved and immortal husband decided to preserve my beauty and youth forever by making me drink his blood.
You were Lord Redgrave's wife. Then the pompous fool rejected you, did he not?
It was about 200 years ago. Peace found me in time. And I sincerely hope it will find you too, now that all is over.
No, it's not over. I may have ended the vampire epidemic, but I still need answers from the woman I love.
I feared you would say that. Go then, young Ekon, and face your fate. Just remember that I'll always be here for you.
He just walks off like a bamf. Still love the trench coat.
London has been cleansed.
That's where it ends?
Catastrophe came about when an ancient malignant will crossed paths with mortal
The fuck?
For now, we are safe.
I don't know what that was.
My
The
craving for blood remains. Red like hate, red like hunger. Red as life and death, passing from one immortal to another. From predator to victim. Patiently biding its time to rise again. London has been cleansed for now, but there's a simmering hatred, fear, and old grudges. When will we succumb, mortals and immortals alike? The next disaster is only a matter of time. My only hope now is to catch the woman I love, to understand why she fled, and unmask the secret that has been lurking in her blood for so long.
Oh, thank God. I was about to say, there better be a... We better get to ask her. Because I'm sitting here going, why is this ending like the Order 1886? Where it's like, yeah, it's kind of like there's more game, but nah. God, how the backgrounds aren't even completely loading.
This is it. Lady Ashbury's domain. Why am I not surprised it's not on any maps? I'd better hurry.
Then how do you find it?
Beautiful morn, my child. It looks like dawn is here at long last.
Can't you just leave me alone? Your precious queen has been sent back to the bottomless pit from whence she came. The nightmare is almost over.
I am here to say goodbye. The sun's warmth exhausts me. Soon I will rejoin my queen in her endless sleep. It is over. You did well.
So our beloved mother will just go back to sleep, now that enough people have suffered. Is that it?
No, Jonathan. The Morrigan has been appeased because you dared confront her. You have prevailed, my bittersweet champion.
And what are you to her? Her counterpart? Her opponent in some timeless game?
She is my mother. My dreadful and sour-tempered mother.
I figured that's the relationship. Yeah, okay.
Anyway, but you are not born from her terrible womb like me. You are but a distant child.
Like a third cousin.
What does she seek? Revenge? Retribution?
She seeks nothing, since she only dreams of it. In the ancient tongue, when I was young, her name meant Ghostly Queen. Pray she never fully awakens, for her wrath knows no bounds.
Why did Harriet Jones become a disaster?
You are the doctor. You hold the knowledge needed to answer such a question. Have you the answer?
I noticed that all the Icors were female, as if a male couldn't endure the metamorphosis. Harriet was also a bitter and resentful woman, as was her daughter.
If the Morrigan prefers despoiled women to become the vessels of her wrath, we should be thankful that but one disaster hath been cast upon this wobbling world.
Icors seem to carry various diseases. They did not merely turn people into skulls. Their presence alone spreads death.
Who knows whether the Red Queen awakens when cursed mortals endure such epidemics, or if the contagions emerge like a curse as she awakes.
You're just full of answers, dude.
This is not over. I am here to find the true origin of the blood of hate.
'Tis unwise to interfere with a tale rooted so deeply in the suffering of others.
What will happen to Ascalon? Will you let them run the country from the shadows?
I don't interfere with petty political intrigues. Ascalon was built upon the lie of a lineage. Such a deceit cannot last forever.
But Lord Redgrave definitely possessed Marshall's blood. Untainted blood from the greatest vampire knight.
Really? I wonder how he managed to acquire it. Perhaps I should retrieve this artifact before going back to sleep.
What will become of the vampire hunters?
They will never stop searching for William Marshall, for he escaped their two great hunts. Remember that you too are now on their dark list.
What will become of the Brotherhood?
I foresee trouble for them now that your progeny considers becoming the new primate.
But I'm certain the current primate has no wish to resign.
Exactly. And I am not fully convinced your progeny truly understands what dreadful power he is about to defy.
Okay.
No. I must know why Elizabeth fled here when I discovered she was the original healthy carrier.
No, she is not what you say she is. That is a secret you will discover soon enough.
And you? Why are you here? Which new thread of which old twisted plan are you seeking to pull now? Tell me the truth.
I am just here to salute my sons, and to bid them fare thee well.
Your sons? Plural? My God, will you ever stop speaking in riddles?
Perhaps I am too old for your spoken language. Perhaps you now have so many subtle words you no longer hear the simplest ones.
Who are your sons? Why do you bid them farewell now?
You are my son, as is William Marshall.
This is madness. How many have you created? Who else? Shakespeare? Isaac Newton? Alfred the Great? Francis Drake? Thomas More? Guy Fawkes?
My progeny is scarce, for I rarely feel the urge to protect this land anymore. But yes, one of those you named is your immortal brother. Maybe you should meet one night.
Well, who? Damn it! Stop. Ugh.
So that is all we are to you? Puppets you create to defeat some threat born from a dreaming devil?
No. You are my sons. I am proud of you. I mourn when you fail.
You know, I still feel like the whole William Marshall thing has just been one giant tease, and we've never met him or seen him. It feels like we should have seen him by now.
When he fought me, Geoffrey McCullum used a serum made of King Arthur's blood. Since then, I have discovered that it was vampire blood. Whose blood was it?
You just said it. It was the blood of a king. The blood of the champion I chose to save this land in its time of greatest peril.
King Arthur was also your progeny. Why am I not surprised?
Yes, he was. But he failed in the end. And for centuries the land suffered his defeat.
Tell me about William Marshall. Why is his blood so strong?
He is not stronger than you, only older. You are strong, Jonathan Reed. A champion of your time, chosen to defeat a threat spawned of this generation.
His blood was not tainted. The blood Lord Redgrave possessed. That which I used in the serum. But what if it had been?
Then you would have failed, I suppose. For the blood of hate would have corrupted you too.
Is he here? Is William Marshall here? Is that why you're here now too?
Have I not already answered that question?
No! No, you haven't! You've spoken in circles, you jackass! And why was that... Why was that serum even necessary? I don't really understand what the hell was happening. God damn it.
Clearly then.
So convoluted for no reason.
What is it?
Did I defeat the epidemic?
Now you've found the castle, Jonathan Reed. Only you can answer that. Farewell, my child. I shall dream about you.
That's disturbing. Speaking to us in creepy riddles.
It's locked, all right.
Of course it is.
The walls look decrepit. Maybe I can find a way to sneak in.
Humming while I try to find the way to break into the girlfriend's castle. Boop-a-doop-a-boo, How you like my song? I wrote it just for you guys. It's a secret. Okay, apparently that's a staircase that I cannot go up. Oh, there we go. That was odd. Mary Englewood, born Whitaker. Robin Englewood. The flip was that? Is that some sort of dying bird? Okay, can't go in that door.
I cannot enter.
Of
The
course.
lady of the manor isn't expecting visitors.
Because I think she thinks you're here to kill her, which I sort of think we are. Maybe.
It's just my imagination, but I think I smell Elizabeth's perfume. She must be here somewhere.
Dear Lady Ashbury, thank you for your recent letter and all the good news it contained. I cannot wait to finally meet you when you arrive in London. The garden is beautiful under the summer sky. Although I noted your wish to avoid heat and direct sunlight because of your frail health, you're welcome any day. We'll discuss this wonderful idea of yours concerning the foundation of an orphanage for young ladies inspired by the French Maison Royale de Saint-Louis. Sadly closed when the French people chose. My God, I can't even write these words down. To cut their king's head off. Such a place destined to provide a good education to gifted but poor orphan girls will surely excite my friends here in the city. You can count on me and my influence to help make your project a huge success. Yours ever sincerely, Countess Alexandra Somerset. Dear Mr. McAllister, as the new legal owner of the Ashbury estate, I intend to quickly engage in the overdue maintenance and repairs to the walls and the crypt of the castle. Among the few architects I invited to send forth proposals, I was most interested by your respectful approach concerning renovations on historical buildings and their preservations. I would be glad to meet you at your convenience. Sorry, I had an itch under my nose. My only request would be to speak to you directly and not your assistants. Any evening of next month would be agreeable. You may come to the castle, or I can meet you at your office as you prefer. If you agree to come to the castle, I could show you what kind of repairs and modifications I have in mind concerning the crypt, which may need considerable work and reconstruction. Very sincerely, Lady Ashbury.
Like most castles, this one has a crypt, and it holds something special inside.
Oh, that's not weird.
Elizabeth, my love, you allow my portrait to watch over you while you sleep. This castle is falling apart.
Still, that's a creepy thing. Picture of Lady Ashbury in Paris, 1888. Okay, so there's a crypt, basically meaning we need to go down. So I love how he's just like, oh, my picture looks over her as she sleeps. And I'm sitting there going, yeah, does no one else find that creepy? I guess I just don't have the heart of a romantic. Oh my God. Ah, why am I stuck on these fucking stairs? Because my oh nope, I can't open these from this side. All right, there goes my obsessive compulsive need to do that. So I'll just sit here and have that itchy feeling in the back of my head. Wonderful. Oh my God, where is this place? I'm sleepy. Okay, I can't go up there. See if I missed something in here that...
It's locked.
Of course it is. Why don't we just break the door down?
I cannot enter.
Oh, that's right, because there's probably nothing on the other side of that door. Dude's creepy picture. Portrait of Elizabeth Blackwood by Johann Vampyr? I don't know. Ah, there we go.
That sweet fragrance. Elizabeth's perfume. She was here, and recently.
Alright, time to use my Witcher I mean, my vampire senses. Hey, look, a door I can actually go through. I want to look at her creepy paintings, though. Portrait of Elizabeth and Jacob Blackwood in Versailles, 1788. Jesus. Just keep going back in time. And that's post-revolution. The French Revolution took place after the American Revolution, if memory serves. Dunbar, I was trying to think what historical events that painting would have been around. Dunbar Sanatorium, Scotland, 27 July 1909. Dear Lady Ashbury, I thank you for your previous letters and ardent discussions about vampire folklore. It's now obvious we share an opinion concerning scientific and modern approach toward the need for blood and the cure of addiction. I must confess I admired your charitable attitude when I met you at Dunbar Sanatorium, and I'm still impressed by your kindness when talking with humble and poor patients. I was delighted to read about the position of administrator at the Pembroke Hospital you finance since its founding. After a few days of deliberation, I'm happy to accept your offer. It will be for me an occasion to get back to the busy streets of London after years of public service in the beautiful but far quieter Scotland. I will be glad to meet you there and discuss with you further about immortality, its advantages and disadvantages, and how to enhance your condition. I look forward to our next meeting. Yours sincerely, Dr. Edgar Swansea. Van Gogh, okay. Wait, what was the date on that one? 1885. Cool. Okay, there's stairs going down. But I want to keep exploring. 'Cause I'm honestly enjoying this a little bit. Probably too much, but... Oh. Let's just let us back out into the...
This painting looks suspicious.
Which one? There's a lot of paintings. And the creepy bassoon music is freaking me out, man. No, it's a flute. What the fuck's wrong with me? Oh, it's the Blood Queen person. What's wrong with me? Why did I think that was a bassoon? Jeez. Let's see here. Dear Miss Ashbury, when last we communicated, you asked for the conveyance... God, I can't speak. Conveyance of a large coffin from Temple Church, London, to the crypt of the Ashbury Castle in Scotland. I am happy to report your request has finally been validated. My drivers have been informed that for security reasons, guards must always protect the coffin. You have hired these individuals... That's weird. You have hired... Sorry, I lost where I was. You have hired these individuals who will be... You have hired these individuals who will be waiting for us in London. They also have been informed that under no circumstances should the carriage try to pass a river by boat, but always by road and bridges, for the precious wood and the relics inside the coffins cannot be exposed to humidity and moisture. You'll find a detailed quota for the entire operation attached to this letter. We are ready to go to London as soon as payment is received in full. Very respectfully, Samuel Lewis, independent contractor. Well, my guess is it's... Isn't there something? Oh, that's...
A sword and a moon are the symbols I should look for.
Interesting. Isn't there some sort of vampire lore that centers around... Isn't there vampire lore that... I'm losing track here. That centers around rivers that they can't... Can I not pass rivers? Part of me feels like I remember something about that, and then... Okay. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my bearings. Part of me says I'm remembering something like that, but now I'm thinking it's one of those that I'm remembering it because I'm like, yeah, I think I've heard of that sort of thing. Okay. Okay, so like you said, we're looking for a sword and a moon. I assume that doesn't mean somebody's butt. Hey-o. Not funny. I know. Let's look at all these creepy paintings. I'll just start eating mice for no reason. No. Okay, so there are these odd buttons. That's a shield. And it's not the... Ooh, there's a letter here that we can pick up. Dear Lady Ashbury, I write to confirm that my men will be at your castle next Monday to begin the new work on the crypt and its access. The plans have been approved, and I'll personally be on site to supervise the installation of the locks and security measures you have requested. I also can assure you that my men have been briefed about never entering the crypt itself on the second floor of the castle. I must say, there's a crypt on the second floor of the castle. That's odd. Crypt or the... Okay. Or the second floor of the castle. I must say, I'm proud to continue and enhance the work started by my great-grandfather when employed by your ancestor in 1795. Very sincerely, Angus McAllister. It's a moon.
Last switch, and
we're still looking for a sword. Right, weird, creepy room. Check. Are all the switches in this room, or... What is that? That's a flower. We're still looking for a sword. Okay, yeah, so that button... Okay, I don't think there's any of those buttons in here. As I could just be looking in entirely all the wrong places. I don't get why there's a puzzle section. I mean, yeah, I understand this isn't really a puzzle, but still, what's the point of all this? Come on.
it's locked, all right.
Oh, because it's locked from the other side. That's weird. Oh, Really? I would have hidden a button up here. I just feel like that makes sense. But then again, that could just be me, because I'm, you know, crazy. Okay, I've got to be missing something. There we go. Like, I've got to be missing something really obvious.
Voila.
Oh, that's not, that doesn't scream it's a trap or there's some sort of like weird tortured S&M basement. See all the sensual candles? My guess of S&M basement, it keeps getting stronger and stronger. Oh, silk curtains. I stand by my statement.
Drop your... to be afraid of.
Shall we abandon this then? Shall we lower our heads?
No, never. You taught me that.
Blood is approaching. old but young. How strange. Shall I drink it? Smite it?
No, Father. He is...
Oh!
Please, rest. I'll take care of it.
Caution, Elizabeth. Deceit runs through these veins.
I know, Father. What took you so long, Jonathan?
Is this really him?
Yes. This is William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke, servant of 5 mortal kings, former regent and savior of England. The greatest knight who ever lived, according to some.
And you called him father?
For he gave me eternal life, and much more.
I have so many questions, Elizabeth.
You always had questions, Dr. Reed.
She gonna kill me.
Now that I stand before you both, in this vault, I know not where to begin.
We still have a few minutes left.
Minutes until what? And also, why is he blue?
Where are we? What is this place?
This is the Ashbury estate. I inherited the title when I purchased the castle.
Is this your retreat? Something of a secret place?
It's more of a sanctuary, really. This is where I take care of my father. Ever since he became unwell.
Like the whole blue thing?
Are you not afraid someone might discover you here? It's not that hard to find.
Do not assume that I would hesitate to silence anyone who tried to reveal my secret. Fortunately, it has rarely come to that.
Really? You think we're gonna tattle on you?
Why did you flee here?
When you told me I was the healthy carrier, I had nowhere else to go.
You mean you had to return to the real source of this scourge?
Yes, to end it, once and for all.
Will you go back to London?
No, Jonathan. I do not intend to.
And what of your daughter?
Charlotte is a strong, independent woman who's about to come into money. I took care of everything.
Oh, she's about to kill herself.
Time for her to shape her future.
I have destroyed the disaster, this creature that Harriet Jones had become. The epidemic is no more, and London will recover. In time.
Yes. You did well, Jonathan. You truly saved the city.
Yes, we did. Despite all obstacles. I'm truly convinced we did it together, Elizabeth.
I cannot bear knowing I was the cause of all this. Through the use of my own blood.
No. This catastrophe was the result of unethical experimentation. And the will of a creature so inexplicably evil. She exceeds all the terrible wonders I have seen since my death.
But it was my blood all along. My corrupted blood of hate. The poisoned blood of my father. A healthy carrier. That's all I am.
But wait. But if he was... My head hurts. If he was infected... I'm sorry, I'm trying to do some math here. So if the weird horn dude turned him, William Marshall, and he's a carrier, and then he turned Elizabeth, wouldn't it make sense that Jonathan is now a healthy carrier? And since he turned Swansea is also a healthy carrier? Is this tracking with anyone else? Because that doesn't make sense to me. Because what the hell? Like you'd think of like all the other champions, we would have figured this out by now. That's my first question. Or my second question, or I guess my other question is it the serum that we use to protect ourselves? Is that like it helps. We can't be infected by it because it's kind of it's like a vaccination. Like you inject yourself with a small a small form of the disease. I have so many questions about how some of these logistics in this game work that just do not make sense to me.
Why are you hiding William Marshall here?
How could I not take care of him? He sacrificed himself by giving me the only dose of antidote he had.
He gave you the antidote?
Yes. And in doing so, he knew he'd have to be confined here. And yet he volunteered. That's how great a man William Marshall was. And still is.
Oh, so that's why she didn't want him traveling over water, so he didn't infect the supply. Oh, okay. There we go. At least that makes a little bit more sense.
What do you do for him?
I visit him as often as possible. I paint the landscapes he will never see again. I feed him with my blood.
You feed him? You barely sustain yourself on the weak blood of the dying, yet you give him your blood?
After he saved me from the blood rage, I swore I would never kill to feed. He said the same.
Is he dangerous?
What do you think? He is a thirsty echo who has not fed in centuries.
Is that why he's blue?
Driven by an urge to kill and spread the blood of hate.
But how did he get the blood of hate? That is my big question.
No redemption, then.
And yet he thinks he has been offered immortality by the angels to protect the feeble and to smite the unholy.
Can he communicate?
Yes. Sometimes he even seems like the noble knight who saved and raised me. But you know, the malice never fully leaves his eyes.
Like, I'm serious. If I'm like misunderstanding something, somebody go to the comments and tell me where the hell I'm wrong. It's just none of this is making a lot of sense. Or it's just how he has the blood of hate. But again, if he's technically like Jonathan's brother, wouldn't Jonathan also have the blood of hate? I'm so confused.
We could cure him.
It's too late. The blood of hate has run for too long. The antidote would not work on him. I tried. Believe me, I tried.
William Marshall infected you. He is the true, original carrier.
Yes. But he saved me by sacrificing himself.
Saved you? How?
The tears of angels. The cleansing of impure blood by an older, more powerful blood. It worked on me, did it not?
Yes. Blood is the definitive key to our species. Scowls, cleansing, lineage. Do you really think it worked?
It has, Jonathan. I was nothing but a beast who took pleasure in slaughter. I roamed across Europe, reaping my bloody crop. It was the blood of hate. But my father's antidote cured me.
But wait a minute.
Who are you, really?
How could I answer that? I went through many lives and identities to reach this day. To you, I am Elizabeth Ashbury, and that's all I wish to be.
I need to know more. I want to know who you really are. Where you were born. Where you lived.
I was born Elizabeth Samantha Mary Englewood in 1551 in Hertfordshire. My parents owned a pub in Hoddesdon. Are you satisfied?
No! I'm so flippin' confused. So she just had the blood of hate? How'd that work? How'd she get infected with the blood of hate in the first place? There's so many loose ends that I do not understand.
How did you meet William Marshall?
He was an Ekon for centuries when he found me. He saved me from certain death by making me his progeny.
Why did he choose you?
You should ask him that.
Did you ever blame him?
Not even when he was infected and bit me. He is my father. He raised me. He taught me how to behave.
I'm still so confused. If anyone can clear this up for me in the comments, please do.
What about us?
What do you mean?
You know my feelings towards you, Elizabeth. But you left without a word. So I'm worried about your feelings towards me.
I love you, Jonathan. I've loved you since the moment I saw you rescue poor Mr. Hampton in that filthy slaughterhouse. Forgetting the danger as you turned your back, like the newborn fool you were.
You should have told me.
No, Jonathan. The William Marshall myth lies at the heart of so many hostile plans. I could not risk jeopardizing his safety.
So why did you come here? You knew I would follow you. I can't let you go.
Because I know now the blood of hate is still in my veins. No one but I can put an end to this tragedy.
I can help you. You can trust me, Elizabeth.
I know, Jonathan. You have been the most loyal ally these last few weeks. But this is my duty.
Would your protege agree to speak with me? I have so many questions for him.
Go on, Jonathan. But be careful.
Is that the correct word, protege? Because isn't protege... whatever. This is not the end of my questions. Hello, creepy dude.
Yes, Sir William. My God. You really are William Marshall. You served Richard the Lionheart and his brother, King John. It is such a privilege to meet you.
I did in my day. Come closer if you want to speak. For my hearing isn't what it used to be.
I think your hearing is fine, sir.
What is it you want then?
Yeah, I was about to say, what isn't that kind of like the, like a lion saying, don't worry, I'm not gonna bite your head off.
I found and defeated the disaster that was threatening to smite London. You should know that the city is safe for now, Sir William.
Then may I call you brother? Did you resist its poison? Even a scratch from a beast so evil could endanger you and all those you care for.
Okay. I'm still trying to figure this out. So he got infected fighting the disaster. Okay, so that's how he got the blood of hate. Okay, there we go. He got infected fighting the disaster. And then Elizabeth, but wait, then Elizabeth would she have already been a vampire inflicted with the blood of hate, or would she have been a human infected by the disaster that he then turned into a vampire? I'm still really confused of how this weird game is working.
How did you defeat it?
We fought for hours. In the end, I had to lock her in St. Paul's Cathedral and burn the building down. I wanted to be sure she was destroyed.
You also defeated one in 1666. Who was it?
She was a malicious witch who spread plague throughout the city with her army of rats. She had been hiding in a bakery in Pudding Lane for months when I finally found her.
I found your research on the antidote. The Tears of the Angels. What ingredients did you use?
Once I understood what the ingredients were, I I used the tears of King Richard and the pure blood of the valiant Boadicea.
King Richard and Boadicea? How did you find such?
I have no idea who these people are.
Took me many years to locate their hiding place. Then I had to learn the formula. If I recall, it belonged to an ancient brotherhood. The Order of St. Paul, I believe.
And did it work?
Yes. The tears cleansed my poor Elizabeth's blackened heart. It was such a blessing to see her smile again.
The blood of hate. How does it affect you? Do you feel it now?
The blood of hate? Yes. Nothing more than a sneeze, really. A sneeze held for so long, you could blow a fortress down if you released it.
Wait a minute. Okay, so was the Tears of Angels or whatever, was that then not the... So is the Tear of Angels thing not the antidote that we used to fight the... Was that not the antidote that we injected ourselves with? Or was it? Oh! I'm not getting straight answers here. And... Yeah, I don't... I'm getting really frustrated here.
Vampires? What about them?
Considering your experience, please tell me what you know.
They are terrible creatures. I have seen and fought many in my time.
Aren't you one of them?
Temptresses with sharp claws and shrieking beaks.
I have never seen such a creature. What are you talking about?
Of course you've never seen a creature like them. Vampires are deadly, swift and implacable.
Where did you encounter such creatures?
The last time I saw one was in a Celtic temple near Salisbury. A terrible and god-forsaken place full of ghosts and pestilence.
Can we speak about the Morrigan?
The Red Queen. What of her?
Do you know who she is?
I don't want to discuss this in front of my sweet Elizabeth.
Why?
For a time, she too could hear the Red Song. The steps she danced to its melody brought pain upon the world.
You met her, did you not?
Just once, but she never ceased to sing to me. I love her song. It is a song of blood and war. I only wish she would sometimes let me rest.
So I'm starting to think that Emily was a disaster that he injected with the antidote and gave her his blood? I'm thinking that's how it worked. I think she was a disaster. He gave her the antidote and turned her back into just a normal Ekon. And that's the only solution I can come up with right now.
Murden, your maker.
Only God is my maker, for he created everything on this earth. He blessed me with eternal life through his archangel, Michael.
But Murden, Michael, is a vampire. He made you a blood-sucking creature of the night.
Blood, yes. I used to drink it from the throats of the unworthy. Then I was punished for my deceit. During my penance, I rely entirely upon my sweet Elizabeth.
Tell me about Elizabeth. How was she infected?
Could we not have gotten to this earlier?
I need to know what the blood of hate is. How is it transmitted?
After defeating the disaster in St. Paul's Cathedral, I returned to my retreat, infected. This is where my sweet Elizabeth found me, for she heard my pain from across the sea.
Where is this retreat you mentioned?
In London, under Temple Church, beneath my empty tomb. I always loved to sleep there while listening to the bell above.
What happened then?
The blood of hate had twisted me into a rage-filled man. I attacked my progeny and infected her too. Forgive me, Elizabeth. I failed you.
You bit her again? Is that how she was infected with the disaster's blood? I think I understand now.
Elizabeth.
Okay.
And I fell to my knees, begging for forgiveness. I swore I would find a way to make things right.
Okay, things are now starting to come together. We should... They've given us these pieces to the puzzle in such a terrible order.
How did you meet Elizabeth?
Times were tough. I had awakened to protect the land from a new plague. I heard her sing for her dead family. Singing for her death to come. I chose to save her.
When was that?
It was so long ago. A few years after Elizabeth of England and Catherine of France established their alliance against Spain.
What did you do?
I need years, dude.
As my progeny. After she left to see the world, I rebuilt her deceased parents' inn. Owned it as William Thorne for a time.
Why do I know that name?
Those were good years.
Did you really sacrifice yourself to save her?
That was the only righteous path. The blood of hate made me betray her. I am at peace here. I can think about what I've done and how I failed.
Do you not want to be cured?
No. This hunger is mine. I would feel empty without it. It has been part of me for so long. All I want is quiet. Silence.
You agreed to be confined here, then?
Yes. Once I was sure she was cured, I asked to be locked down here. I deserve it. The world needs it.
We could set you free. Let you out. Isn't that what you want?
I pray for the day I'll see the sky again. I have all but forgotten its colors. I could walk and do so many things beneath the stars. But I doubt it will be wise to release me.
Then will you stay here and repent?
Elizabeth told me it will not be long now. I cannot wait to feel the sweet caress of her hand on my cheek after so long, as she releases me. Has the time come?
Yes, Father.
Why not unleash me then? To see the sky a final time.
You already are the sky, and all its stars.
I'm not defeated, for I welcome the sword you bear, for it is mine.
You were never defeated, my lord.
Gross.
Farewell, Father. And to you also, Jonathan.
What do you mean?
I can't stand what I've become. This healthy carrier, as you put it. The flames will purify the poison that runs in my veins.
No! I won't allow this to happen.
I am death, Jonathan. Wherever I go, I can't stand it.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, champion of Myrddin, chosen to save England from the vampire epidemic. I could cure you.
What do you mean?
We are creatures of blood, Elizabeth. Everything about us is in our blood. With time, I could perfect the antidote William Marshall gave you. Trust me, for time is on our side.
Boo!
That is a risk I cannot take. Jonathan,
There we go. Come on, back to the
I won't
tragedy.
bring another such disaster into this world.
Elizabeth, no. Trust me. I can save you.
How could I trust you, Jonathan? How could I take such a chance?
I'll stay here with you then. As long as we must until I find a cure.
You have no idea what you're talking about, Jonathan. Despite his madness, William was strong enough to starve for centuries. I doubt we can do the same.
We will lock ourselves down then. I'll get all the material I need and I'll perform my research here with you until you're cured.
Are you mad?
He's got those creepy red eyes.
Us? Who would free us if it takes decades or even more?
Old Bridget will take care of us.
You are serious, aren't you? You really are ready to do this?
I love you, Elizabeth. I can do this. Please, stay with me.
I believe you. This is crazy, but I believe you, Jonathan.
I honestly thought they were about to Romeo and Juliet themselves and just, like, chuck both of their bodies onto that fire. That epilogue was really drawn out. My head hurts.
Prayer for the summoned, called by this song. Child born from darkness, whose path he must find. Now the song is sung, and your path chosen. England is safe, for you have prevailed. I bid you farewell, my champion, Bittersweet. You found yourself a newer quest, and so I leave you to it. My queen sleeps once again, and I'll soon join her slumber, until alas she rises, woken by the hunger never fed.
Okay. Well, there you go, guys. That was Vampyr. That was an extremely long last episode. I'm really torn here because I actually enjoyed this, but I'd give it a 7 overall. I think it had problem. You know what? I think that's me being too nice. I'm gonna be totally honest here. 6, and I'm gonna I give it a 6 because one, how convoluted this narrative was. My head hurts trying to link all these stories. Everything, like, and how everything pieces together is really cool. The whole William Marshall thing was really neat, except the way everything tied together and the order in which we got the pieces was so all over the place that I had no clue what the hell was going on. I mean, and then there's there's little bits and pieces of the vampire lore in this game specifically that are never, like, really shored up. Like, I have, like, a few questions here or there, you know, like, can we walk into a building without being invited in? But if we use our mesmerize to get the person to let us in, does that count as being invited in? They're just weird questions that I have about certain things like that. I mean, I thought the citizen menu was really interesting. It's still a little... I've seen bits and pieces of that in other games. It's not wholly original, but it's the first time I've seen it done in this kind of context. And it was very interesting. Just overall, I think this game was just. I think, as I described this in the last video, this was a big budget game done on a small budget by a small team. I think they did the best with what they had here, but I think overall the game could have been better. There were technical issues. all the way through, just with texture pop and just a lot of weird, just some general weirdness. Combat was clunky and stiff, but I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed the powers. I enjoyed the moral decision to kill people, to embrace people. Like there's a lot of things that I really like that just didn't go that step further to be really good. And like I said, I think with a bigger budget, this game probably could have been much better. But overall, that's my take. 6 out of 10. My score. I plan on doing a written review. I'll probably start on this one. I know I said I was going to do one for God of War, but writer's block has been a gigantic bitch and a half, and I something about it. I just can't write. But I'm feeling a little bit more motivated right now to do some writing. So I'll at least definitely do one for this, and then get on that God of War one that I promised I'd do a long time ago. But either way, guys, that's going to about do it for Vampyr. Thank you so much for watching. Facebook, Twitter, the website, minds.com. Links, all that stuff can be found down in the description below. Please remember to like, comment if you're not already. Please subscribe to the channel now that you've finished this series. Go check out the variety of other content. I do video games of multiple different genres. I'm sure there's something that'll catch your fancy if you dig through all the different playlists that I have here on the channel. Please go help support the channel. Tell a friend. And all of that. And until next time, and for the final time in Vampyr, my name is AJ Gels. This is the Gaming Channel. I'm out.